Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation H. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Yo, holy smokes, we are back with another one. So today, I have a really powerful team that I want to showcase. So this is going to be my final Dondozo team of Regulation H. And I think I figured it out. So Dozo is usually a really strong Pokemon, but a lot of people know about how powerful Dozo is, so they build like a lot of counters in their team, like Clear Smog Amoonguss, Clear Smog Magmar, Haze Dragonite, Haze Gengar, Haze Milotic, just to name a few, right? Some of the main culprits are like Haze Primarina, Haze Dragonite, and Clear Smog Amoonguss. And so I wanted to build a team that gives you answers into all those, right? So this Dondozo set itself with Steel Tera and Safety Goggles completely ignores Amoonguss. Like, actually, Amoonguss against this team is a liability for your opponent, because once Dozo's on the field, Amoonguss, it just sits there and it ignores Amoonguss, and you can 1v1 your opponent's Mon next to Amoonguss, and Amoonguss can't really do anything besides Pollen Puff their teammate back up. But you're dealing so much damage with like Order Ups and Wave Crashes and Earthquakes that the Pollen Puffs are not going to be able to keep up with the damage output from Dondozo. So it's a really strong set, right? And so how do you deal with Haze with Dragonite and Primarina? So with those, we actually have Ninetales here that can threaten the Dragonite, as well as Maushold, which can remove the Dragonite, right? And Ninetales also threatens Primarina with Freeze Drive from Stellar Tera, I'm sorry. Just gives you extra damage boost on like your Moonblast and your ice type attacks, as well as Maushold being able to one-shot Primarina and Dragonite through Multi-Skill and Citrus Berry with Population Bomb. Now, if it's like a max HP, max defense Primarina with Citrus Berry, then it can survive the Maushold Population Bomb, but you should be able to, if you have Maushold on the field, that means you have a teammate next to it, so you should be able to double into the Primarina slot to be able to remove it. But other than that, like it just picks up a lot of KOs. Also, opposing Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, Maushold just removes them, right? Maushold is able to remove just so many different mons from the field that don't have a lot of bulk with Population Bomb, and I think it's really cool. Another thing, Sneasler with Ghost Tera on Maushold, you're able to be immune to close combat, and then you just one-shot Sneasler back with a Population Bomb. So this team really just unlocks a lot of different ways to use Dozo. I would say the only matchup that I found a little bit sketchy was the Haze Murkrow, which is not that common, but Murkrow offers Haze plus Tailwind, right? So in that case, I found that you should be leading Ninetales and try to Moonblast down the Murkrow with Stellar Tera just to get it off the field, and still bring your Dozo in the back, and then just stall out Tailwind with your own Dondozo, right? And that's the way that you kind of deal with Murkrow. And they're usually not carrying Focus Sash, usually Covert Cloak. So you're able to get that KO and be in a good position from there. And sometimes they might even set up Tailwind to try to get rid of Ninetales Snow. They'll go for like Sunny Day or like Rain Dance, right? And that just gives you a free turn to Moonblast them, and they don't get Tailwind or Haze off. So that's how you deal with the Murkrow teams. And the King Gambit here is to disincentivize your opponent's lead and Intimidate, because Intimidate can be kind of annoying for Dozo to slow it down just a little bit. But when you have King Gambit plus Annihilate, 2 Defiant users, plus you have 2 special attackers, and plus Dozo maybe running like Clear Emma or something, your opponent just doesn't really see the need to intimidate your team. So a lot of the times they leave their Intimidates at home, which is really good for this team. Fire Tera just allows this King Gambit to not be as predictable with this Tera, like something like Dark Tera, and it allows you to play really defensive against things like Gholdengo, because Gholdengo can also be kind of annoying for Dozo if it has like something like a Flying Tera, because it can just make you waste attacks, right, and get Shadow Balls off to you while it's not doing good damage. It's one of those mons that can chip Dondozo down pretty well, and you can't remove it fast enough unless you make a call, right, to one-shot it with like a Wave Crash or catch it tearing, right? So the King Gambit is a good matchup into the Basket Legions and the Ghost types of the world. And what Maushold and Annihilate don't like to go against is Ghost types, because of the way we run this set. You do have Rage Fist on Annihilate, right? But you have to get hit first before that's able to do a lot of damage. So that's why the King Gambit is there to threaten those Ghost types and threaten those Ghost Terrors, to make your opponent kind of question whether they should go for the Ghost Terror or not. So they have really good synergy together, and the grass Tera is going to be on Annihilape just to get around like things like Rage Powder and Sleep Powder, so you can target your final Gambit slot that you want. And also Maushold has Taunt, which can also help you get around like Rocky Helmet or Trick Room setups, right? But honestly, you should just go for the final Gambit plus Population Bomb to remove their Trick Room answer, but that's pretty much the idea of Taunt. Taunt has a lot of different applications to where it can actually help you like stop setup and stop a lot of things that want to, you know, use status moves in front of this duo. So it's coming to a lot of the games where Taunt just completely won me the game, and so I felt like it was something good to have instead of like Shadow Claw, which I had on my previous like Scarf and Ninetales and Maushold set. Last but not least, we have Tatsugiri. So with Tatsugiri, we're going to be running a Steel Tera. So since Focus Sash is in Choice Scarf is already taken, as well as Safety Goggles, I felt like and Wide Lens, these are all items, and Assault Vest. Every item on this team is items that I've like used on Tatsugiri before that this Tatsugiri doesn't have access to because we're using it on the rest of the team, right? So I decided to go with a new item with Blunder Policy. Now Blunder Policy is not an item that comes into effect that often, and I felt like it was a lot better than Citrus Berry since Tatsugiri doesn't really like to take a lot of damage anyway. But with Blunder Policy, as you know, Tatsugiri is famous for missing some of his moves, like at least if you play about 10 matches with Dondozo Tatsugiri is going to miss moves at least like 3 or 4 of the matches, right? If it comes to the field, when it does come to the field. So Draco Meteor can miss, Muddy Water can miss, Icy Wind can miss. Blunder Policy is really cool because if any of these moves miss at any point, you get a +2 in your speed. So you can get into an end game where Tatsugiri may get outsped and it may survive a hit, but you miss, right? But all you need to do is hit your attack to win the game. Now Tatsugiri can outspeed that threat because of the Blunder Policy since you missed before, and it gives you a second out to be able to hit that move again. So instead of usually getting one hit and you miss and then you lose the game, you actually get 2 chances, right? So it gives you just an out in those situations. And I think it's a really cool item to use on Tatsugiri. It came into play about maybe twice since I've been using this team, but that's coming into play more so than any other item that I can think of that would come into play. But if you guys think of a better item to use on Tatsugiri other than the ones that are taken up by his teammates, let me know in the comment below. But that's going to be it for a team breakdown. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And let's get into these battles. Yahaha. Cool name. So he has Among Us, right? But we have Dozo plus Safety Goggles, so we really can just ignore Among Us. And they're gonna want to bring Among Us because it's like the best answer to Dozo. He doesn't have any ghosts, right? So I can start off by like just nuking his mons. If he's not Sturdy or Chaladon, then he just gets wiped. But I can double that slot just to make sure. If he leaves Among Us, I can just taunt it. Because I can just really blow him up and then just clean up the end game. I was thinking about Ninetales, because it is good into everything except his Cineroar, right? But I think this is fine. The only thing that's kind of spooky is going to be if his Scope Lens Hydreigon, which used to be like a Dondozo answer back in Regulation A. So we'll see if he has that. But I think this is a really good start. Oh, okay. Okay, so Hydreigon is actually going to Tera. So I really don't need to... I can close combat here. Hydreigon's gonna Tera, right? But what is it gonna Tera to? And Cineroar may switch here. Yeah, Cineroar's not just gonna take a close combat. I think I'm gonna just double this slot. No need to Tera. I saved my Steel Tera. Okay.
But unless you're Focus Sash, you just lose Hydreigon. Yeah, so that's even better than clicking Final Gambit because we keep Annihilape on the field at +1. It's probably gonna bring out Amoonguss. I don't think it's worth tearing here. Oh, you don't even bring out Amoonguss. Would you be Ghost Terror on Pelipper here? Even if he is, I don't think we lose too much ground. I think it's our child down in the back, so I'm just gonna... You should have brought Amoonguss here. Would you really leave Arch? That much offense? I don't think you left Arch. So. Even if he did, it's fine. Yeah. So it's got... if it's Amoonguss, you always switch it in there, right? So this... He's literally getting destroyed by Annihilape here. And this is what the Dondozo teams with this Maushold Annihilate like to do. Is remove all your opponent's pieces so they don't really have a lot of answers into Dozo in the endgame. But if he had a Amoonguss, he would have switched it in there, right? But he doesn't have it. Pelipper may survive with like one hit. Oh, we just take it out, okay. His lead is so strong sometimes, I swear it feels like, it almost feels like it's cheating. Because his only answer is ghost types, right? But that's why we had a King Gambit on the team. Yep. And we knew it was Arch there because if you had Amoonguss, you would always switch it in there. So he didn't bring Amoonguss, which we have a huge counter to. So we have a guaranteed win if we just switch out Annihilate into Dondozo. Actually, no. Because if he's Ghost Terra, he making nuke. Actually, we can lose if he's Ghost Terra and he just nukes Dozo on a switch in, right? So I'm willing to risk it here. Actually, no. I got a better play. Switch in Dozo, follow me. That way, if he's anything but Ghost Terra, Annihilape is a guaranteed win con to Final Gambit. And this covers for him being like Fairy Terror and us not doing a lot of damage into our Charizard with the close combat. Yep, grass. So game's over. Game immediately ends no matter what he does. Well, he could be sturdy, right? But all we gotta do is just hit him once, right? And then game just ends. Yeah. And this is just the cover for it going into the Dozo slot. Alright. And we always just bring out Annihilape here. Protect Dozo and then Final Gambit, and that should be game. And if he's sturdy, then you just come in with Tatsugiri, and he's not gonna one-shot Dozo with us having Steel Terror, and we just click any move to win the game. So are you sturdy? Yeah, nope. Game's over. And we didn't. And Maushold and Annihilape pretty much cleaned this entire team. Well, mostly Annihilape. Well, Annihilape got 3 KOs. Maushold got the KO on the Pelipper. So. And we clean up that first game. And that's what this team can do. This team is very, very powerful in this format. And there's, like I said, there's not a lot of real answers into it outside of like speed control with like Tailwind. I think Murkrow is kind of a tough matchup, but the more you practice with this team, you should be leading Ninetales into the Murkrow teams, and that'll give you, you know, just better outlook. And with Dozo, you can kind of like stall out Tailwind. So it's really only matchup is really Ghost types and Murkrow, right? Those are the 2 bad matchups that I've seen since playing with this. But like I said, with Ninetales, you can play around the Murkrow, and with King Gambit, you can get around the Ghost types. But let's keep going. Alright, we got one ghost type over there. It's just like the Michael Gerbesti Dragapult balance teams. So usually King Gambit looks really threatening with Fire Tera into them. They're definitely gonna bring the Prim. And they probably have like triple fake out. So against these teams, I want to lead King Gambit, Annihilate, Maushold, and Ninetales. Because I think with all the fake outs and haze, he's going to be able to play around Dondozo. And I've seen like a strategy where people bring Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Sneasler. As long as you keep all three of them alive, you have constant fake out pressure to continue to fake out Dozo, and then you just timer stall them. Yep, Sneasler, Dragapult. Dragapult's probably going to consider switching here. So I'm a Tera Blast here, and Coaching. I think King Gambit is a really good matchup into his team. And for the Primarina, we have the Maushold, which can one-shot it with Population Bomb, and Freeze Dry is also good from Ninetales. So he may be prepping for Dozo in the back, so it's definitely going to be Primarina in the back. If anything, I would expect it to maybe switch in here. So, just like I said, we guarantee we know Rillaboom and Incineroar have fake out. And there's the Sneasler with fake out. Alright, so you definitely don't click that move into King Gambit, right? It's going to go into Annihilape, so... I can remove the ghost type right now. Switch in Maushold. And you're not gonna click close combat into Annihilate here. Then I can just go back out into Annihilate. Not breaking Sneasler Sash turn 1 is kind of annoying. But as long as we break the Sash, then Ninetales should be able to KO it with the Blizzard. Nice, good call. Dire Claw, not too much damage, and no status. Dragapult's down. Even got Electabuzz. Interesting. Alright, so Electabuzz, I mean, it's gonna follow me here because there's no way you click an Electroweb, right? With King Gambit here. Most likely there's a close combat coming out here into the Maushold. The only play that he's going to be really far behind if he does click close combat here into Maushold. What could kind of keep him in the game is if he Dire Claws the King Gambit. So he's playing it safe for the Electabuzz, protecting Sneasler. Oh, but he did click close combat there. Here's where we click Tera Blast and Final Gambit in the Sneasler. If you protect Electabuzz, then you just lose Sneasler this turn. So now we take out Electabuzz. I probably could have clicked Close Combat here, but I just want to break Sneasler's Sash right now. It probably could have been another coaching, but I need to break the Sash right now. Alright, we do get paralyzed. Okay. But can we break through the full para? Okay, that turn didn't go well. Well, that was the game right there, because now Sneasler would have been in Blizzard range. But that's the Dire Claw for you. Alright, so we knew Prim was in the back. If Sneasler, it should protect here, but I think it may choose not to. Oh, okay, so you're attacking with Sneasler then. Nice. Oh yeah, Blizzard should get the KO from that range. Alright, come on, dodge the status. Another paralysis. Nice, we get Blizzard off. Whew. Trying to get around getting Sneasler, man. Oh. That's so not good. I don't know how to get out of this now. Okay, we Sucker Punch here, hoping that he doesn't have Protect. Protect Ninetales. Yeah, he does. The paralysis is so bad, man. Alright, so my hope here is that Ninetales outspeeds Primarina. Literally, that's our only one kind. We have to outspeed here. Wow, I can't believe Sneasler survived that blizzard. But it took that much from Sucker Punch. Come on, Ninetales. And we did outspeed, but we got paralyzed. I got Sneasler, man. Ah, that sucks. Well, we played this good. We just got Sneasler, man. We can't. We got two full paras where we would have been able to KO Sneasler. And that's why this Pokemon is the best Pokemon in this regulation age. Single-handedly, Dire Claw can just win you games. He got two crucial full paras. There's one win con is that his Sneasler is not max speed. We outspeed it, KO it. And then we KO Prim next turn because it doesn't KO us. And it moves faster. Wow. we got an opposing Dondozo here with Dragonite. Very similar team. Well, just 3 of the mons, but I don't want to lead King Gambit Mouse. Ninetales, Annihilate. I actually don't think my Dozo has a good matchup into opposing Dozo if they have like Fissure. Plus he has Dragonite. I think I just want to double this slot. Alright, so this is probably going to come down to who's faster. And I didn't want to activate Gamora's poison because I could have pop bombed it here. I have speed investment on my King Gambit, so I expect us to outspeed it here. Oh, I mean, you're going to put the spikes out anyway. That's just... Yeah, that was a free turn. Yeah. Alright. Could have pop bombed Gamora there. One Earthquake is not going to KO King Gambit. Oh, that's a good protect. Alright, so now we get Annihilape in, and we get to Final Gambit, and we're going to always KO Dozo. But now I got to figure out how I got to beat the mons in the back once instead of poison up. It should have been a pop bomb into Gamora turn 1, because I actually need that chip. Or even last turn. Maushold does so much damage. There's Earthquake. Alright. King Gambit should survive here. Okay. Alright, so he's gonna protect next turn to get some recovery off. So I can switch out Gambit into Ninetales. He's definitely going to protect here. So I can switch out Gambit into Ninetales. Then I can Final Gambit again. And Moonblast. to KO Tatsugiri. Now, if he doesn't protect here, that'll be a good play by him, but he should protect. Nice. 2020 Pokevision. You can get that in the comments. All right, now he's in trouble. Now he gets a turn of Poison Tick, right? But now it's going to be Glamora against King Gambit and Ninetales. And we have Sucker Punch plus Blizzard Pressure. And it's only one turn of one set of spikes. So it's going to be really slow poison. So it won't be able to outlast like Ninetales that easily. And we still have Tera too. Yeah, you have to go for double protect there. I mean, you just need to stall out as much poison as possible. Alright, that's guaranteed. Dozo goes down. So Dozo, I mean, it did a lot. It KO'd Maushold. It did over like 70% to King Gambit. But it didn't really get to do what you really wanted to do here, right? It is Focus Sash. Tatsugiri. Alright, but good thing King Gambit is not affected by poison. So this is just Sucker Punch plus Blizzard every time. And then we Tera Ninetales to get the most damage out of Blizzard. You can double protect, but that doesn't get you where I think you should protect Tatsugiri and attack a Glamora. Maybe Sludge Bomb. If we don't KO Glamora, is that bad for us? Ooh, it's gonna be really close. I probably should have considered protecting Ninetales here, because we already knew Tatsugiri is gonna protect. It's just Stellar Tera of Blizzard though. Yeah, it's not enough. Oh, I should have protected. I jumped the gun there. I don't think Glamora has Earth Power either. So unless you have Earth Power, Power Gem's not gonna KO. And you can't hit us with Sludge Bomb. Yeah, it's just Power Gem. Wait, we still win this, I think. Yeah. You have to get a double spiky shield to win, right? Another Power Gem's not gonna KO, so I can just Kata Cleave here. That's smart by my opponent. He needed to get the double protect there. Wow. Yeah, I jumped the gun. I should have just protected Ninetales because Tatsugiri was 100% gonna protect there. It's threatened by Sucker Punch plus Blizzard, and it's getting outsped, so it's always gonna protect. Yeah, but him having toxic spikes, and I don't see the point in that. When you already have the ability that puts out the spikes, right? Usually you see Mortal Spin so it can poison the thing that's on the mons that are on the field. But Toxic Spikes does the same thing as your ability, so you kind of like doubling down when you could have had Earth Power or Mortal Spin, which would have benefited my opponent a lot better. But let's keep going. All right. So we have the Torkoal, Ursaluna, Porygon team. There's no jump bluff, but there's a Hisuian Zoroark, Dragonite, and Rillaboom. So I think I want to lead Maushold Annihilape, just so we don't get. I mean, he would have fast Shadow Ball. Something's not gonna be. I don't really see how he beats Dozo if we get it positioned. Oh, he has Dragonite though. Actually, I think I'm still gonna bring Dozo. Even though he has Dragonite, I think Dozo's just so good here. And the Ninetales is there for the Dragonite, but Dragonite and Zoroark are the two mons that I'm the most curious about. The rest of the other mons don't really do well into my team without support from Zoroark and Dragonite. Alright, so that's Porygon. And I'm pretty sure that's a Zoroark. I'm gonna taunt and final Gambit. Alright, I know this play doesn't make sense, but I think that's Zoroark, so I don't want to just click Pop Bomb here. Maybe it's not. Yep, it is. 2020 Pokevision. We actually are really Pegasus out here. And this is perfect because you should bring out Dragonite here. And if your choice specs on Ursaluna, you gotta switch it out. Yep, there's Dragonite. Perfect. I think you switch out Zoroark here because you're afraid of the... You should switch Zoroark out here because you're afraid of Follow Me coming out and being a support mouse. Oh, he didn't switch. I could have protected here. Yeah, I was reading again a little bit too hard into him, but we knew that was Zoroark there. Sheesh. Oh, but we one hit KO it. Zoroark is so frail. It's actually insane. Alright, so this game should be wrapped up. Ursaluna can't beat this entire team by itself, so he still does have Tera. So let's Ghost Tera is the only thing that keeps him in the game. Anything else, he kind of loses to that. I think I want to double protect and see what he goes for. Oh, he's gonna just protect here then. I think I'm just gonna click Wave Crash. Because usually, sometimes Ursaluna, it's never Tera Fairy, right? I think I just clicked Order Up, actually. And just have Maushold next to Tatsugiri. There's no way you're Tera Fairy here. It's either Tera Dragon, Tera Ghost, Tera Grass, Tera Water. And this is why I wanted to bring Dozo, because I knew if we removed Dragonite, Dozo's just really good. We just one-shot Zoroark without Tatsugiri. Alright, there's a Tera. Moment of truth. Are you Fairy? He is Ghost, okay. And he does have Earthquake too, so we can't even follow him. Oh, we survived with Dozo. That's huge. We protect here to stall out some burn. Nice. I actually think Facade would have KO'd us there because Earthquake still targets Tatsugiri even though it's in Dozo's mouth. So it's doing reduced damage. So Facade was always stronger there for my opponent. Honestly, Wave Crash just KOs him in that range. We're at +3. Yeah, GG's. Tatsugiri was no need to touch. Well, it's gonna touch the field because Dozo's gonna faint, but it didn't have to come to this battle. Beautiful. All right, so pretty standard balanced team here. Volcarona, King Gambit, Sneasler stuff with Rillaboom, Electabuzz, and Ninetales. So this team, without having a fairy type, a ghost type, unless it's like Focus Sash, Ghost Tera, Sneasler, has a really bad matchup to us right now. And he doesn't really have an answer into Steel Tera Dozo in the end game, outside of like Volcarona, but we're just like a Wave Crash from knocking that out if he uses Tera on something else. Now, my opponent could go for Grassy Glide here if he's expecting Final Gambit. I could just take the Volcarona, right? I don't think my opponent is expecting Final Gambit here. I'm gonna pop bomb this slot and Final Gambit for Now, his only counter play is to glide. With that case, I could have went for like a coaching and taunt. It's a Volcarona. But then Rillaboom is still threatening me the next turn. I probably could have went for that though. Yeah, but he's not expecting this set. So Fake Out there is expecting to stop the beat up into a Rage Fist. So that's kind of what my opponent was anticipating here. We did use our Tera though, so we are weaker to Dozo, but doing this much damage to Rillaboom is going to be really good. Plus, Ghost Tera is getting to Sneasel. It should survive with a Smidget, if I had to guess. Oh, we KO Rillaboom. That's huge. That's huge. And that's what this combo can do. You can take 2 KOs turn 1 at the cost of your Tera to get around Fake Out. Now, there is Sneasler, so I would expect Ghost Tera here. But it's Ninetales. So I could... He's Grassy Seed. So he's most likely not going to be Ghost Tera, but I think I just want to attack these Ninetales and protect. Beautiful. Is it a double protect? Alright, so I'm expecting Ghost Tera on Maushold. I'm just gonna wave crash here. I mean, I'm expecting Ghost Tera on Sneasler. Hopefully it's not on Ninetales. Okay, perfect. Oh, it's flying. I mean, I guess he was expecting me to go for Earthquake, but I was never clicking Earthquake with the terrain up. Oh, but he's outspeeds Maushold. We survived with 3 HP. That's huge. Yeah, so acrobatics, I mean, Flying Tera there was just to get a powerful acrobatics off, right? We, if he actually gets that KO, then we would probably have been in a really bad spot. Because he probably would have got a freeze dry off into Dozo, right? Because he expected me to stay in. Yeah, but had I just switched, he would have been in a really bad spot. Yeah, we don't even have to worry about Dire Claw rolls because we can just follow me and wave crash again. Yep, there was no need for Tatsugiri there. So this was scary, but I have a little bit of bulk on Maushold, but it's not like I'm calcing to survive Flying Tera acrobatics from Sneasler because that's not that common. But that is a way to get around like ghost types to help you deal like some decent damage. I would prefer like Dark Tera Throat Chop, which he could have done and that would have got him the KO. But since he's running the acrobatic set, that does give you immunity to the ground weakness that you're usually weak to. But I do like having the psychic immunity with those Sneasler sets, or at least Ghost Tera. Ghost Tera and Dark Tera are the 2 best Teras in my opinion for Sneasler, or even Stellar. But I can see what my opponent is going for there. Oh, let's keep going. Alright, so we got the rank 8 opponent here, and he has Sableye. So my record against Sableye in Regulation H has not been good. I've literally lost to every Sableye I've played, just because I keep getting like encored and disabled. But we're gonna end that trend here. So I'm gonna lead this, and I want to taunt Sableye so that it's kind of useless. bring Dozo for his Maushold and Annihilate. I don't know if I want to just sacrifice Annihilate turn 1. Unless he leads something that I can just take out. Yeah, double ghost. If he tears Annihilate, we'll be in a really good spot here. But yeah, double ghost is a good lead by my opponent. Sableye is so good, man. I don't really think it's a gimmick mon. It's very disruptive. Alright, so he's gonna want to switch Sableye out here. Oh, he just went for straight Rage Fist. I'll take it. Unless he has foul play on Sableye. This is where Shadow Claw would be really good. But I think you should switch Sableye out here. And if his Annihilape is just offensive, like we just ignore it, right? If it's I don't know if he's locked. He's not locked in. I don't think he's locked in the Choice Scarf. Did he move before my Maushold? I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so this should be a KO on whatever comes in. Volcarona can be scary, but I mean, we coached up. Oh, it's his own Maushold. Alright, and you shouldn't be bulking up here after seeing me go for taunt. Nice, we connect. Alright, so Sableye's gonna come back in here and try to disable Maushold. Alright, but now my Annihilape has a 3-stack on his Rage Fist. He may just encore me in a pop bomb, which he could. Sableye is so irritating, man. They just want to encore and disable you, man. Yeah. Alright, this is where I want to get my Annihilape in and Wave Crash Sableye. Once Sableye goes down, this game should be in the bag, right? Because Dondozo just beats Annihilape pretty easily. And we haven't touched Annihilape, so he can have his boost. But it doesn't really matter because we outspeed him. And Maushold's still a threat because I can threaten whatever his last mon is since it's not a ghost type. And if he Tera's Annihilate, then he becomes weak to Population Bomb. Alright, so this is no stack, so we should ignore this. Nice. So he should disable us, so I'm just gonna double into it. Beautiful. This is 2020 Pokevision. There's a disable. Oh, did he try to disable Annihilate? He didn't even attack with it. So he made a misplay there. And now you gotta tear your Annihilate, right? But when you tear it, you become neutral to Pop Bomb. So he's forced to Tera right here. Oh, he has Rillaboom, okay. So he can Grassy Glide here. I think I can stall out the grassy terrain and just win with Annihilate, right? There's no need to make a read here. There's no need to make a read here. Because I could like just read that he's gonna Grassy Glide and attack. And he can be making a read that I'm just gonna switch out, right? But I'm just gonna protect to get around the fake out. Actually, faking out and going for attack with Annihilape is not gonna do too much. I probably didn't have to fake out here. I mean, to protect here. But we have such a lead, I just want to play safe, style out the grassy terrain, and then just win. Yeah, so he did respect the Annihilape stand in. Alright, so now we just get rid of Rillaboom from this point. Alright, how much is Wood Hammer for me? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, but I think we should have this game locked up because I have protects and we can, it should be 3 turns left. Yep. So we protect here. Yeah, the turn that I got wrong was protecting Dozo. I should have attacked. Because he did respect the Annihilate. He should be bulking up here with Annihilate. Oh, he didn't bulk up. I don't think we survived Glide here, do we? I think double protect, because a double protect here wins me the game immediately, right? I think I should go for it. This will just win me the game immediately. Oh, GG's. All right, so even if he does get glide off next turn KO us, the terrain stalls out. So my Annihilate moves first. And we outspeed him with everything we have in the back. And we survived that. I could have wave crashed here, actually. Yeah, so we did need that double protect to survive, but now we're in a really good spot. I think we bring out Maushold first. I could have just wave crashed Annihilate too. So that's I don't know if that gets the KO, but I was at +3. I'm gonna Draco Annihilate and I think I just clicked Muddy Water. Yeah. And Protect. Because I really want Maushold next to Annihilate here. Man, this game's not over yet though. Yeah, but Tatsugiri just outspeeds Willowbone, so everything we have is faster right now. No accuracy drops. Oh, that was a good read though. Oh. Alright, so he's Citrus Berry. Alright, but we have to follow me here because he's just not gonna Tera, so we just don't do any damage into him. Nice. Alright, I had a feeling that he wasn't gonna Tera, right? Let's see how much this does. I don't want to expect this to KO since he got a defense boost. Oh, but it still KOs anyway. Alright, so that's all we need. That we had a guaranteed win con just because he didn't go for another bulk up. And he didn't want to Tera, so he takes damage from Pop Bomb. Nice. That was a very scary game. But we were able to beat the rank 8 player. And this team is really strong. So just wanted to showcase to you guys, you know, how good this team can be, and you know how powerful like the Maushold, Pop Bomb, and Choice Scarf Annihilate really is. But let's get into a final review. Rank 40, nice. All right, getting into a final review of this team, and this team was absolutely insane. So a lot of the issues that I had with, you know, the Maushold Annihilate strategy that I've used like on previous teams with the Choice Scarf, the King Gambit and the Ninetales really do clear up those matchups where there's like ghost types or just like Mungus and stuff like that. Ninetales helps deal with that as well. And the issues that Dondozo runs into is like Dragonites opposing Amoonguss. Well, we have a good set on this Dondozo to ignore Amoonguss. Primarina, if you think about Ninetales and the Maushold, they beat Dragonite and Primarina pretty easily. Maushold can just one-shot both of them. And a lot of the other Dondozo matchups, you can use your own Annihilate to deal big damage to their Dondozo, and then just remove it with yours. So this team just has a lot of answers into things, and we even figured out the Murkrow matchup, where you just bring your Ninetales and just remove the Murkrow with Moonblast, right? So this team is really fun to use, and it's really strong. And I do believe I can get it to rank 1, but I do got some other teams that I want to showcase, and I don't want to wait too late in the season to start to get the other teams showcased. So I may hit rank number 1 with another team, but I do just want to use this team early on just to see how well we can do. And we're able to hit rank 40, so it's pretty strong, and it's really consistent, and it has a lot of answers into everything. We didn't really get to showcase the Annihilape and King Gambit combo where we coaching into King Gambit and just sweep the whole team. We did it like once, but we didn't really sweep the entire team. But it's really strong, and as you see in the last game, we were able to coach up the Maushold, make it very threatening, and we were finally able to beat Sableye. I know I spoke it into existence where we kept losing to it, and I said that this time I'm going to beat it, even though it's like the highest ranked Sableye player I've played. But we're able to get that win, and we're able to, you know, get around Sableye's Encore and Disable, because we know that they wanted to go for that, right? So, but if you guys like this team or like this type of content, go ahead and leave a like for me. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications, since I'm posting daily content every day. Well, not every day, but every other day. And we also have Regulation G coming back up. So if you guys are interested in some teams, I'm going to be prepping for that. And I'm going to get you a video out with 5 rental teams for the start of the second part of Regulation G. But that's going to be it for this video. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokeface down in the description below. Let me know in the comment what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned, more videos soon. Deuces.